midway or what?
Well, I guess this is winners round 2. So if they win this, they have to win winners quarters, winners semis, and winners finals.
Oh, it's playoffs already?
Yeah, this is the second. We're in the second week of playoffs. But this is like a match supposed to be played last week, but Fire was on. One of them was on vacation. We had to delay it a little bit, but it's fine.
Gotcha.
But yeah, this is playoffs.
Makes sense.
It's the second round. Okay, all the players are in now.
All right.
Alrighty, you ready?
Yep, on your lead.
Alright guys, welcome to the BLCS playoffs, week 2 of the bracket here. Verve Coyotes, the 4 seed, taking on 13th seed Verve Jackals. I'm joined on the desk here by none other than Chronic.
What's going on, Nation? Thank you so much for the invite to tonight's insane matchup between, I would say it's a rivalry between the Verve players. We've got the Verve Coyotes going up against the Verve Jackals. So we will, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens here. Nation, you probably know a little bit more about this matchup. What are you expecting to see tonight from either of these teams?
I'm expecting to see a little faster paced gameplay than what these teams are probably used to, just going for stuff to try to catch each other off guard, and just how the defense is going to react to this offensive style that both these teams like to use. And as we saw 2 weeks ago, the Jackals swept the Coyotes.
Ooh. Okay, you say so. The Jackals swept the Coyotes, but right now, Arch and company are clearly out on a revenge tour right now, scoring the first goal in 19 seconds in Game 1. Like you said, this is. I think you mentioned this to me earlier. This is a best of 7, correct?
Yeah, this is a best of 7, first of 4.
All right. Well, anything can happen in a best of 7. Rocket League is definitely one of the best esports for unpredictability in matches and upsets.
That is true.
Arch. Oh, look at this control from Arch over to Lemden. Oh my goodness. That's we're already seeing some sparks in the Coyotes, trying to get their offense rolling, really, in the first minute of this game. Setting the tone early, really, and forcing the Jackals to have to play a lot of defense.
Yeah, something you mentioned earlier was how the Coyotes are out for revenge here, as they will look to bounce back in this rematch from 2 weeks ago and take the better of the Jackals here.
Lemden's got to be careful on their goal line. Does get control, but Arch accidentally gets the team bump. Lemden a little bit of BM towards their own teammate there. Stubbs kicks this out to Fire, tries to go for the double, but just drops this one a little bit too low off the crossbar. No follow-up for the Coyotes, leaves the scoreline 1-0, but a lot of pressure building for the Coyotes. Stubbs controls us at the midfield. Go ahead.
Now back on defense here, the Coyotes. The transitions for both of these teams have been pretty solid throughout Game 1, but it's still Game 1, anything can happen. We'll see what mistakes will have happened and how they react to the remaining of the game.
Yeah, I really would have liked to see the Coyotes get some more pressure in that last attack they just had. I thought the Jackals kind of in a chokehold. Low boost for all 3 players on the Jackals side, up against their goal line, but all 3 players seem to just not want to commit too hard for the Coyotes. Might have been a little bit, just trying to feel out the gameplay, trying to get a hold on this series a little bit tighter after getting scored on the first 20 seconds of this one. Right now we're seeing some good control here on the defensive side by the Jackals.
And we did see that one really good chance that the Jackals had, but it was quickly saved by the Coyotes, and that transition started. Now they're back on offense for pressure.
Comes Dank out of their own corner. Fire really brave on that challenge, but Arch not in the best spot right now. A little bit out of position. Could put Dank in a really tough spot. Arch is really, you can tell Arch just wants to move forward as quickly as possible. Every time that ball is starting to move upfield, you just see Arch going towards the midfield, looking for a demo, then looking for a shot opportunity. That's something that they've got to be careful with. But if Arch starts to heat up in this midfield, it could be very, very, very detrimental to the Jackals' defense, as Coyotes are still in the lead. Jackals trying to find their first one. I also just realized that the Jackals are in orange and that the Coyotes are in blue. I keep having to check my my scoreboard to make sure that I'm right. But anyways,
Yeah, back
I'll figure out casting. It's only been three and a half years. I promise I'll figure it out at some point. So.
Oh my gosh, Absorbing Karma, thank you for the host and raid of 22 viewers. Now back to
Yo.
113 remaining here. It's Coyotes and Jackals. 1-0 scoreline for the Coyotes. It's a very intense matchup here.
Absorbing Karma, thank you so much for the host. And if you are just now tuning in, we've got a rivalry in the playoffs for BLCS. Verve Coyotes going up against the Verve Jackals. Right now, game 1 underway of this best-of-7 series. Right now, taking a look at the scoreboard. Right now, Arch is sitting at 92 points, Fire at 64 points. And right now, I mean, it is just... I'd like to see both of those players get a little bit more involved. We saw Arch for the Coyotes just kind of dancing around the midfield. It might be part of their gameplay, but here we see them with ball control. But right there, just gets taken away. A little bit too strong of touches. Gives a chance for the Jackals to get back in this one. 23 seconds on the clock. Nation, what do you think? Can the Jackals make this comeback in game 1? A huge momentum shift if they can get a goal right here.
I think they can, but the defense we're seeing out of the Coyotes I think is going to be too much to handle here in these final seconds. So they currently have pressure on offense, and they're just going to run this clock out. But Coyotes, one more chance here for the Jackals.
Oh, that's just going to kill it. Great touch there. Ice in the veins off the backboard. Coyotes will take game number 1. This is going to be a mountain to climb, though. They still have a full series they have to play through. Taking a look at the scoreboard, Arch is, you know, like I said, last in leaderboard, but definitely excited to see what they're going to be doing moving forward. Dank with the only goal, unassisted goal rather, but Lemden coming up huge on the defensive side with 3 saves. Looking at the Jackals, you know, blanks on the offensive side of the stat sheet, but. You know, what do you think the Jackals have to do to break out of their half, or really just break down this Coyotes team? I mean, they just seem like there have been times the Jackals have been able to score. They just can't get that last percentage, that last 1% to go in.
I feel like they have to get some more demos on the goal line when they do have pressure into the corner to try to open up shots for a potential goal to go in, and just try to be a nuisance in front of the goal line to get some sort of opportunity for the Jackals.
Well, and right off the bat, the Jackals looking to strike early. Represented by Fire, Stubbs, and Johnny. On the Coyotes, got Arch, Lemden, and Dank. Arch put this one high, tries to follow up the touch, really difficult follow. Unable to do so. Jackals going the other way, quick shot just off its mark. Stubbs tried to find the first goal of this one, but it will be Fire. And there's the follow-up that we were hoping to see from the Jackals in game 1.
Yeah, and that's the first defensive error that does come up out of the Dank there for the Coyotes. That leads to that first goal for the Jackals, as now the Jackals with the 1-0 lead.
I don't know if you have the chat on, but they are.
I have it
it's
on.
it's so good to see that even in these high pressure matchups, in these high pressure rivalries, everyone's still having a good time, and just goes to show what a great league BLCS is. It's Lemden trying to get some offense started. That was an opportunity for a goal, but Dank just couldn't get the power or the accuracy. Will be off its mark, but the Coyotes still knocking on the door, trying to equalize in this first minute of game number 2. Fire with the follow-up. We'll leave this for Stubbs. A great shot on target, but again, Fire is there for the cleanup. 2 players committing for the Coyotes, and the Jackals strike again.
So now the Fire with his second goal in game 2 on 2 shots and 100% shooting, but Coyotes now trailing by 2 in the first minute. Chronic, what is going on here for the Coyotes?
Something that we're seeing, I think that they're just getting caught too comfortable at the midfield. The I think the Jackals really gave them a lot of too much time in the midfield in game one. Made the adjustment that on the counterattacks, they're just gonna basically just chuck the ball downfield as fast as they can. And you know that 1-2 punch that we've seen twice now of Fire cleaning up the play. It's typically going to be a pass off the backboard. And then I don't know if their gameplay is going to be around sustained pressure anymore as much as it's going to be just making sure that their defense holds strong and when they get the chance to break out of their half.
Yeah, it's something I've seen, but Arch will score.
Okay, Arch. There is not a chance. Stubbs had 0% chance of getting to that one.
Yeah, something I was going
to
mention was the fast break and the transitions on defense from the Coyotes have led to most of their goals this season, but we've seen mechanical plays out of these players all season long, and I think that's going to have to come out here in this game to give them a chance to win the series.
Johnny tries to follow up their touch, does hit it around one defender for the Coyotes. Fire back in the corner. They have been lethal from. That's one taken away. Lemden doing outstanding work on zero boost and will get Arch their second goal. Arch, who had really no impact on game one, stepping up huge in this game number 2. And that's something I was hoping to see. You could definitely tell they had an itch they needed to scratch for the offense. And here we can see they're finally getting what they wanted. Love to see it. All tied up here with just over half this game left. Game number 2, a very crucial one that the Jackals, they seem to be in control of at the start, but here we are. Oh my goodness, Arch. Wow. We're seeing, you were absolutely right. This is definitely going to be a very high-powered, high-octane offensive series.
It's London right on the halfway marker, able to get the Coyotes in the lead. 1 goal difference here with halfway through.
Wow, look at that control from Lemden. That first touch was magnificent, if I had to give it a word. Using their arrow perfectly to make sure that the ball didn't get too far away from them, following up that touch beautifully. Well-deserved goal for Lemden there. And the Jackals find themselves down yet again. They had the offense rolling in the first part of this series, or first part of game number 2, rather. The Coyotes figured out what they needed to. We're right back to the scoreline of last game. It's Lemden. This one taken away by Fire. Fire trying to get the hat trick. Can't do it, but makes it really awkward, and Dank just has to panic to try to get this one away, and Johnny will capitalize on this mistake here. Fire, of course, leading the offense, but the follow-ups and the confidence for the Jackals to all commit gets them that 3rd goal.
Yes, we're now tied as that equalizer does go in, like you mentioned, with just over 2 minutes left to play here. Coyotes looking to bounce back here to get the lead again and go up 2-0 in the series.
Oh, Lemden, though, tries to get this one just underneath the crossbar, and the follow-up not able to connect. We'll keep the scoreline all tied up. One thing that we're starting to see from both teams is catching the defenses sitting too much on their goal line, starting to press up a little bit more. But who will make the adjustment to get these more powerful clears, to get it over the defense's head? Because as we can see right here, all 3 players of the Coyotes, even when that ball was just starting to go on the counterattack, they start pushing forward immediately. So those kind of defensive adjustments are going to be key, I think, to whoever's going to win this series.
Yeah, I do agree with that here. These Coyotes have been kind of stuck on defense, I feel like, for the most part, when they're on these low boost opportunities here. But Stubbs, can he finish it? It will be saved by...
Oh, Stubbs. That's a missed opportunity right there. Stubbs had a wide open shot. All 3 players for Coyotes just waiting on the goal line, and Stubbs did have the right idea to make that a little bit more tricky of a play, but only made it more tricky for themselves. We're all still tied up in the last minute. Nation, what has to change for either team defensively? Because it really doesn't seem like either team hasn't gotten their chances on offense, as we see yet another shot from Lemden come through. So what do you think is going to be the big change for either of these teams moving forward?
It's going to depend on how well the Coyotes handle the pressure of Jackals on their defensive half here. And then for the Jackals, I feel like they just had to get used to how they're going to want to rotate on offense and try to make those opportunities for each other and look for those demos in the front part of the net to create those opportunities.
Well, here we see Fire going for one of those opportunities. Stubbs chips this up for Johnny. Johnny tries to ice the game, but cannot. Can Stubbs finish it? Stubbs will get the goal. 3 seconds left. The Jackals, after losing game 1, making a huge statement goal right there. You'd love to see that. You are a Jackals fan. Potentially bringing the series all tied up in this best of 7.
Yeah, the game's not over yet, but that's going to do it. Game 2, Verve Jackals, 4-3 final score. So we saw that late goal go in from the Jackals. Chronic, opinions on Game 2 and how things changed?
Well, I mean, the biggest difference that we saw is, Fire, absolute MVP of that one. Really liked what we saw from Arch after not really doing too much in game number 1, getting 2 goals for the Coyotes, but it was not enough. One thing that definitely hurt the Coyotes, and one thing that we're going to have to look out for, is Lemden going for, I believe they went 0 for 3 on double tap attempts, and some of them were definitely scoreable. If Lemden's able to connect on those, this is going to be a very difficult series for the Jackals to play defense on. Right now, if you're the Jackals, stick to your game plan. If you are the Coyotes, you have to rely a little bit more. If you are Lemden, you have to trust yourself a little bit more just to be able to make contact on the ball after those double tap attempts, or really any of those solo plays, because we saw that air dribble that they had. So they're more than capable of going for that stuff. I think they just need to get used to the pressure of this series, and we should be seeing a different player in Lemden. The Jackals better be ready for it.
Yeah, Johnny opens up Game 3 with a net goal of his own with only 12 seconds off the clock. His Jackals take an early lead in Game 3.
That was, let's just call that a great pass by Arch, unfortunately across their own box. However, that just happens to everyone, It is what it is. Dank going for an air dribble of their own. Can't make it happen. The Jackals survive this attack and will take the lead early on like we saw last game. Can they make it 2? Johnny just gets this cut off by Arch, and Arch starting to find their little niche, making that shooter's life very difficult, playing right up in their face. But Arch, a very, very bold leave there. Oh my goodness. Coyotes don't look comfortable at all right now. I wonder what adjustments do they have to make, because right now it just does not seem like they are comfortable controlling the ball much at all. And on the contrary, the Jackals just are looking so confident, just dive in on their rotations. So Nation, what do you think? What do the Coyotes have to do to get their mindset right back into this one?
I feel like they're worrying too much about what's going to come while they're on defense, and they're not focused on how they're going to transition back into offense. It just seems like their offense is nowhere to be found right now.
Completely agree with that one. Gonna have to see a bit more midfield control. So we do see a demo come out from Lemden. And, it's a very simple adjustment in Rocket League. When in doubt, start going for demos. Does it always work? No, but I would say that it works probably 50% of the time when you are having to make a mid-game adjustment. Jackals right back on the attack. Fire no boost to really do much with that except chip it up in a really awkward spot for his team, and Johnny painting corners, their second goal of this game, and Dank just not the touch they wanted right in front of their box. So dangerous to just drop that one down, and Johnny punishes them for that error.
Yeah, and throughout this series, I've seen a lot out of Archive in London, but I think I need to see more out of Dank to make me believe the Coyotes have a chance here. The Jackals are playing really solid now these last 2 games, and they've jumped out to a 2-0 lead again.
Yeah, is it Archive? Because I've been saying Arch. Well, okay, good to know.
He changed his name from Archive. He changed his name from Archive to Arc.
Okay, I'll just Arc. Got it. I've been just saying Art. So, Anyways, I'm learning. We're all learning here.
Yeah, we are.
But learning what a great Rocket League looks like is Stubbs back out to Johnny. I've been so impressed by Johnny this game and their positioning on the offensive side, giving them the best possible chance at scoring, not with just their shot placement, but just with where they sit on reading the plays and everything. And of course, Fire, the great initiator for the Jackals, Really want to see some more of the mechanics come out from the Coyotes. They definitely slowed down quite a bit. They need to get some more boost control, need to get that midfield back, need to capitalize on these kind of plays. Lemden tried to make something happen. Fire might just have a freebie here. Goes for the pass in the middle out to Johnny. What a great 1-2 pass. Johnny gets the hat trick, and well deserved. But Fire, like I said, the great initiator for the Jackals, just finding their teammate in the midfield perfectly on that play.
Yeah, and if you're the Coyotes right now, what is going through your mind? Like, this is, you're down by 3 with less than 2 minutes to play.
I think you need to pick up the pace a lot more. I also think the Coyotes really haven't had a ton of boost to work with. We see these great clears coming out from the Jackals, and it's forcing these last chance, kind of last-ditch effort clears. It's a great strategy in 1v1 that we're actually seeing from the Jackals that they've implemented very well into threes, is that you take a shot on, you go steal boost. Something that Fire has been doing this entire time. It's really a testament to their knowledge of the game, as Johnny will take a shot here. But you can see the cost of what happens when you just are forced so many times to make those saves off of those just pot shots. So you can't get anything going on the offense. You see Johnny again taking this ball right away. But here we go. Coyotes back on the offensive side. This one's just going to miss, but Lemden finally gets a boost steal. But Johnny right back the other way. Johnny playing out of their minds this one. And this one could be done and dusted with one more goal for the Jackals. But best of 7. Anything is possible, and the Coyotes did win game number 1. So it's not like they're going down 3-0. This would be a 2-1 series in favor of the Jackals. So plenty of Rocket League still to be played. And this is just a beautiful play, Nation.
Yeah, that 1-2 pass does come out of Dank up to Lemden with 30 seconds remaining. It's now down by 2, but I feel like if this game does go the way of the Jackals, then the Coyotes will start to realize that they're, hey, we're down 2-1. It's best of 7, 2 more, and we're done. They're going to start to make adjustments into this next game and see what happens.
And that's a big confidence builder there. Relying on your mechanical ability to make something happen, but Johnny, 4 out of 7 shooting right now, just cuts out so much of the momentum they just built on the side of the Coyotes. Lemden not able to get back in front. And that might be the dagger for this game number 3.
Yeah, that goal could very well have done it. Stubbs will finish it off. No, it's off the post. Lemden got demoed there.
Lemden's ready to go next. You kind of have to respect that the mindset of, all right, just
this one's over.
Time to reset. This one's over. I'm gonna take a break. Gonna go get some water. Take my dog for a walk. Let's just relax a little bit and get back into this next game.
Yep, a 4-1 final score here. Game 3, 2-1 lead for the Jackals.
This one's still up. It seems like both teams are just playing permanent offense right now. This one won't matter. Fire scores this one. And 4-2 will be the final score. Really 4-1, but it is what it is. On paper, it's 4-2, so take those. And Ark has left the match yet again, probably going for a car change. But Nation, restarting game. Okay, so might have had some connecting issues or whatnot on the side of Coyotes, but we'll get Ark back in here very soon. Nation, what is going on with the Jackals? Johnny, 4 goals on 7 shots. My goodness, this team has really started to light a fire underneath them.
Yeah, and this is kind of a turning point of the series. I feel like it could be, at least for the Jackals. They can continue to run away on offense with a lot of pressurized shots on the end of the Coyotes. I think it could get out of hand very quickly if the Coyotes can't answer back.
Yeah, we definitely need to see a little bit more out of, like I said, players like Lemden and Dank. Dank was one person that I definitely slept on a little bit before this game here. But we saw what they were capable of with that one air dribble. And we saw Lemden pull out the same kind of thing in game 2. But if Lemden and Dank are able to go for more of those solo plays and connect with Ark in the middle, I think we'll definitely be seeing a completely different series. But what they need to do is make sure that they're able to control the ball. Because right now, the Jackals are very comfortable just to dive in. So the Coyotes really need to focus on their 1v1 skills, get some 50-50s, follow each other up, and try and counteract and slow the play. Really, they need to slow the pace of the game down. That's what I was trying to say. And let's see if they're able to do it, because right now the Jackals have full control of this series as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and I feel like for the most part for the Coyotes, I need to see more out of the second man. I feel like he's a little bit too far back in the rotation, which is taking away some of their opportunities. As the Jackals are just able to be aware of what's going to happen in the play and take control of the series if it does not change.
Oh, that one's such a tough miss there, off the inside of the post and out. But they're still on offense. Arc rips this one underneath the defense. And this is such a great follow-up from Arc. Puts on the aggression, gets this one right underneath the goalkeeper. Wow. Coyotes swing first in Game 4.
Yeah, and that's something we mentioned, is how we wanted to see more out of Arc, and we're getting it. And we need to see consistently more out of him, as that shot does go off the backboard.
Lemden off the sidewall. Has this one taken away by Stubbs. Stubbs looking to pursue this ball kind of like Arc did on their goal attempt. As 4 players missed on this one. Stubbs slows this one down and gets the solo play by 2 players. That's staring down the barrel of a gun if you are Arc right there. Because once Lemden's beat, Arc pretty much has to just guess and has the entire goal to cover. Stubbs makes him pay 1-1 with 4 minutes left in Game 4.
Penalty shot for all you soccer fans at that point right there. That 1-on-1. Arc had to cover that whole net.
Yeah, there's nothing you could do. There's nothing anyone could do. The only thing I can think of would be if that first challenge had connected, but this one will go in! What a beautiful shot here by Lemden. Well, first off, this pass from Arc was just on the money. And this slow little roller by Lemden, oh my goodness, that is cheeky if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, 3:47 left to go. It's the Coyotes' first lead since Game 1.
Coyotes, despite getting their axles broken by Stubbs earlier, have marched back, figured out what they need to do to get this lead back, but it is the Jackals back on attack. This is such an awkward play for Arc. Okay, that one didn't go in, and play resumes. Just casually. Oh, but that's a great bump by Stubbs. Fire there for the finish, and this is, man, slugfest on the offensive side, and I'm loving it.
Yes, Game 4 tied at 2, 3:18 left to go is Fire. Yeah, with another 1-on-1, and he finishes off to tie things up here.
Wow, 2-2. It's only been a minute and about 45 seconds. There's been some of the most action-packed offensive Rocket League that you will see. So viewers, you were thinking about going and getting something important done. What more could you have? What is more important than this series right now? There's probably few things. So don't go anywhere, because this series, I'd hate for you to miss out on the rest of this series, because this is going to be an absolute amazing finish. This is only Game 4. The series is 2-1. We're at least gonna get 2 more games. Fire is really trying to make it 2 games. As Dank and Arc, again, Arc is just a little bit out of position here, but Fire capitalizes on it very, very well. And Nation, Jackals taking the lead back.
Yeah, and the Coyotes are starting to feel like make slight defensive mistakes here, but the offense just has to get rolling here soon, or this is going to be bad for the Coyotes.
The Jackals are so good on this counterattack. We'll see if the Coyotes can pull out something of their own. That's going to be in for Archive. Tying this one up at a crucial time. That's a great find by Dank in the midfield. Controlling that section of the field very well. Recognizing Arc had already pushed up. Finally connecting on that upfield pass. Finally works out for them. I'm guessing that we will see this at least 1 or 2 more times from Arc scoring in that position.
Yeah, and this is a must-win game if you are the Coyotes. Going down 3-1 in the best of 7 is definitely not where you want to see yourself.
Oh my goodness, that was such a good pass, and Arc just couldn't get up to it. And like you said, they've got to be feeling the pressure. Both teams really have got to be feeling the pressure of how important this game is. 2-2 in a series versus 3-1 in a series is an astronomical difference for both sides. This one is going to be off the crossbar. Oh my goodness! They're just Fire just won't go away. Hat trick for Fire, and man, what can you do?
Fire is playing solid offense right now. This is just what you would want to see out of the Jackals. If you're a Jackals fan here, every single player on this field is playing really, really, really well Rocket League, and just creating opportunities for each other, which I just feel like we're not getting out of the Coyotes.
And you see Fire just so confident, trusting their teammates to stay, I think it's just a perfect chemistry between Fire and their teammates of allowing Fire to make those early challenges and to trust their attacks on the offensive side and just reading the play so well. Oh my goodness, that's off the inside of the post. But again, Johnny with the aggression, not letting this ball out of the blue half. Fire there yet again. This pressure from Jackals. They just won't let up. It wouldn't matter if they were down by 10 or up by 10. They will keep the pressure on so consistently.
Yeah, and London put that shot right on the defender. That was a open area in the right side of the net there, but unable to finish it. This Coyotes still trail by 1.
Ooh, that was an opportunity. Johnny with a great save though. Lemden try to get this ball. Just keeping this one in the orange half, recognizing 30 seconds left, down by 1, but Stubbs does very well with this one. Can they find the read in the middle? Arc has just owned gold and potentially sealed the fate of the Coyotes in game number 4. Stubbs with a great play, but Arc just misrotates. And there you have it. That is the importance of a back post rotation right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's a game 4 currently in the hands of the Jackals. Now the 2-goal lead with under 30 seconds left.
This one's going to be cleared downfield. Johnny trying to follow this one up. But it will be Lemden up to Arch. Arc. Not Arch. Arc. Dank. And Arc trying to get something going. Back down to Arc. Very early challenge by Stubbs. Might have just sealed the deal. Fire has to just boom this, or try to boom this one away. But Lemden on the sidewall. Can't keep it up. And the Jackals are now on game point, getting another win over the Coyotes. This one's gonna be a battle for the Coyotes to get back in this.
Yeah, I do agree with that statement here. Is now up 3-1. This is gonna be very, very tough to make this comeback here for the Coyotes. But if I do have to put money on a team to make a comeback like this, it is gonna be the Coyotes. I think it can be done. We just need to see more offensive opportunities and more demos, I feel like, in the front part of the net to give themselves some chances.
Absolutely. Demos are kind of the name of the game right now. It's something that's really missing is that physical play like you're talking about. As the Jackals seem very comfortable to just hang out on their goal line and just wait. But right now, they got to make that adjustment because we're in game 5. Jackals just need one more before they take this win over their rivals. And we're about to find out who's going to take this game number 5 between the Jackals and the Coyotes. And it might be Arc to start us off.
Yes, the Jackals are going to have 3 chances to close the series out here, as the Coyotes will need 3 wins in a row to win the series. It's going to be very tough, but it is doable. But Game 5 will get underway. So we'll see what changes are made here by the Coyotes. Now they're down 3-1, Chronic.
We do see a card change, it looks like, from... Oh, look at this shot from Arc! I don't know if you noticed this, but all 3 of them are now on the Fennec. And clearly this change is making a difference, as Lemden finds Arc just camped out, playing the Allot style of Rocket League, just camped out either in the middle of the opponent's box or will be on the back wall. But it works out for them, and that's such a hard thing to defend, especially when you don't really see the mid defender right in front of your net.
Yeah, as Dank caught that bump there under that first defender, but it did get cleared across the net there by Fire. But now at the 4-minute mark here, is a 1-0 game for the Coyotes. Can they hold on to the lead?
That's something that they've really struggled to do this series, is hold on to the lead. But I do like what we're seeing right now. Great boost control from them, trying to stay in front of this ball as much as they possibly can. Go for those 50-50s like we've just saw. Let Arc kind of just run mad on the opponent's net. So you can see them going for one demo, misses it, and already following up with another. So Nation, I think they're taking your advice, going for more demos, as I think that's really going to disrupt this Jackals defense. But can they keep it up? Because they have to play a very different style of Rocket League. Man, oh man, this is already heating up as Arc again going for another crazy redirect.
Flip reset? Doesn't get it. That sucks for Dank, but now back on defense. It's Coyotes, they just got to keep making these really solid transitions back on. Off the bump comes in.
Oh, Johnny, missed opportunity there off an unbelievable play. I don't know who bumped, but really like to see it. Fire there. Doing what they do best, just initiating this offensive play. Lemden so confident with two players just on top of them. Carrying this one across their box. Gets it one out of harm's way. Over to Arc. Arc can't make contact solidly. Dank disrupting the play just enough to call off this counterattack from the Jackals half. Oh my goodness. Fire to Johnny. Nation, I think we've probably seen this at least 8 times tonight already.
We need a Fire to Johnny counter. I swear we need one. That's probably like goal number 7 or 8 there on the passing play out of Johnny and Fire. 2:46 remaining, the game's tied.
Just like that, all tied up. Like I mentioned before, this Jackals team does not go quietly into the night. Johnny off the backboard. Stank will be there for the read, and this Jackals offense right back in front. Stubbs can't get the spy. It's just going to be Fire in a 2v1 for a little bit. So Lemden tries to get the fake, but just slows it down too much. And the confidence from this Jackals team has got to be so intimidating. And that will be the... Wow. All right, second goal as we see a Johnny to Fire connection. And these two players just can't stop fighting each other on the field.
Yes, Fire gets a second goal there in game number 5.
Oh my gosh, Arc.
Now trailing by 1.
You do see Arc is struggling with that 500 ping. That's that is indeed a struggle. So Lemden and Dank have a lot to do. But as the old saying goes, the show must go on, and this will be a goal for the Jackals.
That's me. Unfortunate shot there. Out of Johnny. That's a third goal for the Jackals.
3-1 right now, like you said. 3-1 in the series as well, as the Jackals just need one more to take the dub.
Yeah, and the Coyotes on the brink of elimination here, into the lower bracket, if they cannot get a comeback here in this late part of Game 5.
Oh,
So
did they find one? Oh my goodness!
So
well, when they get the ping back, then we have a new series.
This archive looks
Wow.
pretty good now. 145 remaining.
Arc going up clutch there. Dank able to get that one yet again over to Arc in the midfield, but they still need one more to make this a comeback or make this possible. Arc with 68 ping and a dream. Tried to make something happen here. Stubbs using all their boost very well. Dank tries to drop this one down to Arc. Will not connect. Fire does get a demo. It's just going to be Lemden in the back, and Stubbs will capitalize on that overcommit by the Coyotes. And Johnny having just a legacy series right now, showing why the Coyotes are the Jackals are very thankful to have them on their roster.
Yeah, that positioning error there by Lemden was definitely could have been better, but I mean it happens, and they got to bounce back here. Stank looks for the shot. It is saved though by Stubbs. Jackals are playing very solid right now. They've had very solid defensive rotations for this back part of the series. It's now 3-1, about to be 4-1 if they can close it out and win the series.
Oh, and Dank messed up their flip on the sidewall. Gives possession right back to the Jackals, but Dank out towards the midfield. Arc will be there for the follow-up. Fire following this one all the way. Almost gets it by Lemden. Using all of their boost. And we see here Fire just causing so much pandemonium, doing so many different things. Just trying to get in the head of this Coyotes team even more so. And I'd say that Fire at this point, with the amount of bumps, the amount of chaos that they've caused on the Coyotes goal line, they are living rent-free in this, in the Coyotes' heads. I mean, that would frustrate me so bad for someone like Fire to just, chase for demos, go for bumps off of shooting, and then get a hat trick in 2 out of the whatever games that we've played so far. That would be so tilting.
He has 10 seconds left. The time is running out, Chronic. This series is going to come to an end here.
Wow. Man, what was scoped out to be an insane series. I mean, it was. We saw so many awesome goals, but the series tally doesn't lie, and that will be a 4-1 victory for the Verve Jackals, taking down the Verve Coyotes, and no upset for the Coyotes tonight, and the Jackals making a statement that they are a team in BLCS to be feared.
It's the 13 seed Jackals. Close out the 4 seed Coyotes in 5 games.
Wow. That was a very impressive performance, I gotta say. What's something that we saw that the Jackals did so well, Nation, in your opinion, that really the Coyotes just could not get a handle on?
I mean, I feel like their offense opportunities that they've created for each other is these passing plays we saw all night long. They were super effective in the end of the Coyotes. Their defense just kind of fell apart at times, and Jackals made them pay for it every single time.
Yeah, every single time. And like you said, capitalizing on the mistakes of the Coyotes. And it's not like the Coyotes had a bad game or a bad series. I mean, Jackals forced so many errors. We saw Fire causing so many disruptions. I've said their name so many times tonight because very well deserved and probably the MVP in my opinion for just how much they had to do on the offensive side, rotating very well, recognizing a lot of the field that they needed to control, getting a hat trick. And I mean, it was just great performance from the Jackals. Coyotes, they are not out yet as far as I'm aware, as they do have the lower bracket, and I don't think this will be the last time we're seeing the Coyotes.
Yeah, I agree with that. They definitely could make a lower run. It is possible. It's going to be very tough to get that far, but I mean, it is possible to make a lower run. We might see it. Who knows what happens, but the bracket will continue.
Absolutely. Well, man, Nation, thanks for the invite. That was an amazing series. I really appreciate it, and hopefully everyone watching enjoyed the commentary from Nation and myself.
Thank you for once again. Shout out to